Break down the day in court is criminal defense attorney, Mr. Arthur Aidala. Great to have you back with us.
Thank you. The pleasure's all mine. It's exciting. You know, this is like, when you do what I do, which is that it's like, okay, this is it.
And nerve-wracking, I'd imagine,
gosh,
right? This is when it really, the nerves start.
I'll sound a little arrogant.
Oh, you don't get nervous. You're already convinced at this point, right?
I wish I was summing up. If I got a call today and they said, okay, Arthur, you need to give the closing arguments on Tuesday, I would cancel the family barbecue this weekend. I would lock myself in the office with the transcripts, and I'd be just ready to go. And
what would it sound like?
Ladies and gentlemen, you got so lucky in this case. You are a jury who, unlike other juries, you got to meet someone who is the personification of reasonable doubt. You got to watch him walk into the courtroom. You got to watch him take the stand. You got to pretend he was going to take the oath and tell the truth.
Michael Cohen.
And that, Mr. Reasonable Doubt, is Michael Cohen. Actually, folks, if you go home tonight and you look in the dictionary under reasonable doubt, you'll see Michael Cohen's picture. And I would say it just like that. And of course, I'm joking.
Yes.
But, folks, these 17 prosecutors here from the Manhattan DA's office who've been here, who have worked tirelessly, the only way you can convict my client of what they're saying he did is you have to believe Michael Cohen beyond a reasonable doubt. And what I want you to think about is if there was something that was important to you in your life, your kids' college tuition, your mortgage fund, something that really mattered to you, would you trust Michael Cohen? And if you hesitate for a moment, folks, that means you have a reasonable doubt and you have to find my client not guilty. That's something like that.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby, Mr. Aidala. So today, both sides conferred with Judge Merchan, and they're talking about jury instructions. Give us a sense of what each side wants and ultimately how important jury instructions are.
So in the simplest form, the prosecutor wants a wide berth. Judge, we want you to charge conspiracy, meaning Trump worked with Michael Cohen and even Pecker from the
National Enquirer,
and they were all working together. So therefore, they don't have to prove that Trump got his hands very, very dirty. We want aiding and abetting. So that's just another legal aspect to say that Trump doesn't actually have to write anything in the book. Trump doesn't actually have to do the acts, but he's working with others. The defense wants just the opposite, as narrow a path to a conviction as possible. The graphic you showed about the defense saying, Judge, we want you to tell the jury that hush money is not illegal. Definitely. I mean, someone has to say that because look, we call it hush money because it sounds
But that's
pretty.
not a legal
It's a
term.
non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah.
A non-disclosure agreement is totally legal. There's nothing illegal about that. What was illegal was, what they're claiming was illegal is that instead of writing, this money was for a non-disclosure agreement for Stormy Daniels so that anyone who looked could see it, they put it down as legal fees or legal expenses. And the jury's just going to have to deal with that.
And just to recap, defense only called 2 witnesses, one of them attorney Robert Costello. He ends up getting into a back and forth with the judge. Judge clears out the court. Do you feel like him having the last word, did he ultimately squander that as far as the jury?
Look, obviously that did not go as well as it could have. I know Mr. Costello. He's got an excellent reputation in the legal community. I don't know what happened. Professor Alan Dershowitz came out with an article today saying he was actually in the courtroom when it happened, and he thought the judge totally overreacted. But Costello has been saying to a lot of people, maybe including myself, for a long time, that Michael Cohen's lying. Michael Cohen's making this up. Michael Cohen's told me, meaning me, Costello, Trump didn't know about this. We just took care of this for him while he was running for president, and he's making all of this up. So, look, I don't think if it comes down to a beauty pageant between Bob Costello, a former federal prosecutor, a criminal defense attorney who's in good standing, and Cohen, who's done jail time and committed crimes and admitted on the stand, Linsey, that he stole $30,000 from his client. I know who's going to win that beauty pageant. And the last point is the $30,000 that he stole, Trump didn't know about. And the prosecutor's whole narrative has been Trump watches every penny. Trump knows where every dollar goes. Trump was concerned about a $600 picture frame. Well, he couldn't have been that good at it if his lawyer stole $30,000 from under his nose.
5 seconds left. Last time you were here in the very beginning of the trial, you said you think that it's going to be a hung trial, a hung jury. You still think
it's either going to be a hung jury or maybe they compromise and say, all right, we're going to just convict him on those 11 checks or 12 checks with his signature and find him not guilty of the rest, or they can't reach a verdict on the rest.
Arthur Aidala, always a pleasure to have you here.
It's exciting.
Thank you so much. We'll be staying tuned.